Of the post office scandal. We've actually got a GBNews exclusive now. This is ex-deputy postmistress Yvonne Tracey. She has told GBNews that she's going to stand against the Lib Dem leader Sir Ed Davey at the next general election. Now, that's as he faces criticism over his role in the post office scandal.
Let's get more on this and join our political correspondent, Olivia Utley. Olivia, you've been speaking to Yvonne this morning.
Hello, yes, I've been speaking to Yvonne this morning. There is absolute fury among postmasters about the behaviour of Ed Davey, who was the Minister for Postal Affairs between 2010 and 2012. He didn't agree to meet Alan Bates, the star of that ITV drama, the champion of the postmasters. He said that there would be no purpose in a meeting, and postmasters feel essentially that he just didn't dig hard enough to find out what was going on. Yvonne Tracey is now standing against Ed Davey as an independent in his constituency of Kingston and Surbiton, and this is what she had to say when I spoke to her.
I just saw, like many other people, the programme about Mr Bates versus the post office, and I was really sad, first of all, but then really angry. And I thought, these poor people, what can we do to help them get justice? Because they still haven't got justice. And my own MP is Ed Davey in the constituent I live in, and I just think I would have loved it if we could have got a sub-postmaster who'd been affected by this to stand against Ed Davey, but I can understand that probably their confidence is not, and they probably are fed up to death with the government, etc. So I thought, it's going to be me. I'm reluctantly doing it, but I feel I have to do something, and this is all I can do.
So you get a sense there of the real anger at Ed Davey among current and former postmasters and postmistresses. Yvonne is standing in this seat where Ed Davey has a majority of just over 10,000. We spoke about whether it was realistic for her to actually win the seat or whether she just wanted to put a dent in Davey's majority. Her and her campaign team think that it is realistic. That 10,000 majority isn't sort of set in stone. Ed Davey lost the seat in 2015 only to win it back in 2017, and her feeling is that public outrage has reached such a pitch now on this issue that there's a real thirst to have someone in Parliament with experience in a post office who is willing to speak up for postmasters and postmistresses, and that's why she's running, as she says, reluctantly, this campaign.
OK, Olivia Utley there for us in New Malden. Thank you so much for bringing us that exclusive on the post office scandal, which just rolls on and on. Nikki, what did you make of that? What did you make of Yvonne, this ex-postmistress who is now going to stand in Sir Ed Davey's seat? I mean, you can feel the palpable anger, can't you, from her?
Absolutely, and just like the bravery, actually, for doing that. Because if you're not into politics in the sense of you've never been involved in it and you don't really understand it, maybe, I'm not saying that Yvonne doesn't, but, you know, you're not part of the system, to stand up against the system means a lot. Especially when actually she's fighting for a lot of other people as well. You feel that she's doing it for others rather than it's not self-serving, you know? It really is to get justice.
And that experience of being a sub-postmistress, well, that would be very useful right now, would it not?
And these are exactly the sort of people I want to see holding public office. Yeah. Real people who know their local communities and can speak up for them. The fact of the matter is Ed Davey should be doing that, and he's not, and that's why she's standing. She's being compelled to stand. I'm really pleased. This is a great story, and I actually think she's got a very good shot at this.
I think one of the things that was mentioned is about how it started off, we all felt sad for what we were hearing, that very quickly turned to anger, because you then start to see the depth of how huge this problem has been for years.
And how it's really incensing the public more than anything else that's going on in the world. Anything else that's going on in Britain, this is the thing people want to talk about, and they want to see justice. And if that means more ordinary people, more people from working in backgrounds of public service, like the post office, get involved in politics, I'm hoping something good can finally come of it. And that's a great story, in my opinion. And
just very briefly, Charlie, do you think this pressure will remain on Sir Ed Davey? Because questions have been coming for him all week.
Well, he's in real trouble. Yeah. There's no two ways about it. And I think there are so many elements to this story that are going to continue to haunt him as this continues. And also, I mean, you can't expect a minister to be completely on top of their portfolio and every single element of the issue when they're in charge. But this story is so large, it's never going to go away so long as he's the leader of the Lib Dems.
And I bet he wishes he just met Alan Bates.
Precisely.
Don't you think? Charlie Peters, Nikki Hodgson and Alex Armstrong, really good to see you today. Thank you very much.